Hey, good morning. Good morning. It's 7:21 and I wasn't going to go live. I wasn't going to go live in my stories on Instagram, depending on where you're watching this. I was so adamant I'm not going live. I'm going to take my chilled out Sunday approach and go work out and like do what I need to do. Anyways, I'm going live because clearly I'm a hypocrite. Okay, dig deeper to heal instead of I don't know what the rest of it says, instead of just doing surface level stuff or whatever. Okay, so digging deeper to heal. Now this is like, here's the thing, disclaimer, side note, context, whatever you want to call it. These topics, a lot of these topics come from really silly, shallow, and superficial things, right? But the interesting thing about like the really random rambles and the really random topics and the really random things that I talk about is there is an underlying message, right? And that underlying message applies to so many things in life. And you might think like, oh, that's a silly thing to apply that to. Like if I'm talking, I'm going to talk about, first I'm going to talk a little bit about acne. This is coming from acne, but where this actually came from in my stories, what was I talking about? Oh, burping and sneezing. This is coming from burping and sneezing. But it's still, oh, my kids are waking up. Okay, I'm going to do this really, really quickly. But it still applies to so many things in life, right? Dig deeper to heal, and this goes to mental and emotional healing too. Okay, how fast can I do this? Good morning. Just give me 1 second, okay, sweetheart? Okay, let's do this fast. Okay, I started sneezing during my stories, and it was as a result of needing to burp. I had some like fizzies in my throat from my pre-workout, and you know, the rambles led to I could have just plugged the symptoms of my sneezes, blew my nose, and whatever, not taken care of my throat issue with the burp, and I could have continued sneezing even though I had cleared my nose, right? So I know exactly how ridiculous. Like, this is where this is coming. Dig deeper to heal. But if I didn't take care of this, then it would have just come back. And that's kind of how it is. If you don't take care of the underlying causes, the underlying root cause of whatever the issue is, the symptoms might keep coming back. And it might not be the same symptoms. It might be something else, right? And in my story, I make the reference of like steam trying to escape. And there's all these different passageways, and it bursts through one and you cork it. And then, okay, you cork that one, but it bursts through something else and you cork that. And cork being the healing, like not the healing, the symptom repair, stopping the sneezing, maybe taking some medicine, whatever it might be. I'm coming into acne because I wanted to talk about that too. I've had so much acne lately, and part of it, you know, it comes with hormones, PMS, things like that. It comes from that. But one thing that it also comes from for me is from what I eat. And yeah, it comes from my skincare routine as well, from the face wash that I use, all of these things. However, I could use a different face wash, I could use a better cream, and it could take care of my acne. But if I didn't change what I was eating, it would still continue to show up in ways where my skin wasn't as clear and as healthy as it could be, because I'm not taking care of the underlying cause. I could use all the creams and I could use all the face washes. It could be totally vegan and natural, and it is the stuff that I use and I absolutely love it. However, continuing to eat crap would still make more acne come, right? I might be able to take care of it in a better way. It might not be as aggressive or as painful or as gross. I could get really descriptive here if you want me to. It might not be like that because I'm taking care of it, sort of, right? But it could be so much better if you actually take the time to dig deeper and heal. Why is this happening? And even when it comes to food, I know that it comes from just generally eating crap. It comes from salt or grease or like, you know, excessively processed foods. Sugar, all that stuff makes my skin react like that. However, you could dig deeper because some people clean up their diets and they clean up what they're eating and they still have issues with their skin. You can dig deeper and you can say, well, what is it that I'm eating specifically that's causing this to happen? You sometimes have to take that extra step and dig a little bit deeper and dig a little bit deeper and deeper and deeper to figure out what's causing this thing to happen, right? Use the creams, use the masks, do all that stuff. But what else could you be doing? Because sometimes you don't need to use the creams and the masks and all of this stuff. Sometimes you can keep it so simple. And for me, like, that's actually one thing. I don't use all this stuff. I have a very simple face cream, a very simple face wash, and then I have a mask that I should be using once a week, but I do it like once a month because, you know, but my skin is amazing after I use it, and it's all natural, and it feels really, really good. However, again, gotta take care of the stuff on the inside. You gotta take care of the stuff on the inside, because the amount of masks and the amount of creams and all that stuff, if you keep layering it all in, it's just gonna continue to be something that you're dependent on in order to keep your symptoms at bay, as opposed to actually healing the underlying cause, right? Because before what I'm doing now is simple. But before, what I was doing, it was crazy. The amount of like stuff I was putting on my face, and then I was covering it all with makeup, because even though the serums and the lotions, they were working, it still wasn't perfect. I still had to put makeup on, and then that made things worse, and was constantly masking. And it wasn't until I really started to dig in to what I was putting into my body and paying attention to how my body reacts that I saw the connection. Anyways, yeah, it also goes to mental healing, emotional healing, everything. If you're like, we don't need to talk. He went upstairs because I was talking. He went upstairs back to bed, and now he's awake again. So anyways, I'll see you later. Have an amazing Sunday. I've got a tree that needs some decorating and a son that needs some love. So I will talk to you guys later, okay? Bye.